Announced on September 3rd, General Motors and Honda Motor Company signed a memorandum of understanding outlining plans to work together. The non-binding agreement allows for a joint venture where both companies can develop new products and technologies for use by their associated brands. Now, what does this mean for each automaker? Some have speculated GM will take over Honda. That's not in the cards. Honda is too large, and with GM's recent global consolidation, the acquisition of one legacy car maker by another will not do anything for GM's stock price. And that's the prime goal for many of GM's recent moves. Now, these two companies have been working together for nearly 30 years. Through GM's Japanese affiliate Isuzu, Honda added the Acura SLX and Honda Passport SUVs to its lineup in the early 1990s. These trucks were unlike anything Honda already produced and gave the company's two brands access to burgeoning sport utility craze. While the Acura was a niche model based on the Isuzu Trooper, it did lay the groundwork for Acura's own groundbreaking MDX crossover. On the Honda side, the Passport, a rebadged US-built Isuzu Rodeo, survived for 2 generations before being replaced by the Honda-designed Passport. In exchange for the trucks, Honda supplied Isuzu with cars sold as the compact Isuzu Gemini and the mid-sized Isuzu Aska. Following the vehicle swap, the two companies agreed to a powertrain cross-supply agreement in 1990. Honda supplied engines to GM in North America. To power the Saturn Vue crossover, Honda provided its 250 horsepower, 3.5-liter V6 and 5-speed automatic transaxle. Initially agreed to volumes of 90,000 units, an estimated 50,000 Vues came with the Honda drivetrain. This particular deal included Honda's use of Isuzu diesel engines for the European market. In 2013, the two automakers teamed up again. Instead of swapping engines and transmissions, they decided to work together on new powertrains. Individually, GM and Honda had been developing fuel cell technologies for more than a decade, with over 1,200 patents between the two. With the agreement, they decided to join forces with the goal of having a production vehicle on the road by 2020. This led to Fuel Cell System Manufacturing LLC, FCSM, in 2017. Established in Brownstown, Michigan, the joint venture company was funded by $85 million and would create 100 new jobs. The goal remained to have fuel cell systems in mass production by 2020. In July of 2020, it was revealed that GM no longer had short-term plans to sell fuel cell vehicles to the public, while it focused development of the technology on military applications. Independent of GM, Honda started testing the waters with the FCX Clarity in 2008 to 2014, and then launched its fuel cell vehicle, simply called Clarity, in late 2016. GM acquired Cruise Automation in 2016, bringing the autonomous drive company in-house. In 2018, Honda announced that it would invest $2.75 billion in Cruise and work with GM over the next decade to develop fully autonomous vehicles. Honda's choice of Cruise instead of a venture with Google's Waymo hints at the potential envisioned by the Japanese automaker in GM's subsidiary. Seemingly an evolution of FCSM, the two companies announced in April of 2020 that they would work together on new electric vehicles. Each had been developing EVs since the 1990s, and GM's work spawned the Ultium batteries as part of its third-generation EV platform work. The new proprietary battery system could be packaged in different energy outputs and shapes through the use of pouch-style cells. Ultium batteries are planned to include outputs from 50 to 200 kilowatt hours, and Honda was very interested. The two companies decided to jointly develop and produce vehicles, increasing the volume of the new batteries and reducing the break-even point for GM. AFS expects the market share for full electric vehicles to reach 7% of the global market. With a relatively small market for BEVs, GM's plan is to be one of the largest players. Hitting targets that grand will require other companies, such as Honda and Nikola, marketing vehicles produced on GM platforms and built in GM plants. While General Motors has a 111-year history of working with and absorbing other players in the automotive industry, Honda has been relatively disconnected from the rest of the market. Established in 1908, General Motors was formed by combining automakers and parts suppliers. Honda, on the other hand, was founded by Soichiro Honda in 1948, despite the Japanese Ministry of International Trade and Industry deriding the startup for not being part of the Zaibatsu, the large family-owned conglomerates that controlled much of Japanese economy just after the war. Honda continued to grow against the tide of the larger Zaibatsu and the related Kakubatsus, where schoolmates would operate complementary businesses and support their fellow students well after graduation. Soichiro did not have a formal education, and as a result, Honda was forced to grow organically. The two companies could not seem to be more different in their structure and history, but they have found areas of mutual interest and a codependent need over the last quarter century, which has led to the current joint venture. The MOU, announced in September 2020, is billed as a strategic alliance in North America. Three main points were established in the initial announcement. 1. Explore sharing vehicle platforms and propulsion systems for a variety of core segments. 2. Accelerate innovation and more effectively deploy resources in advanced and next-generation technologies. 3. Build on successful collaboration in electrified vehicles and technologies. Based on the earlier announcement in April, new Acura and Honda EV crossovers produced by GM will fulfill the part of the first point. Other avenues of platform sharing include the possibility of co-development of trucks. Honda has been woefully behind the curve when it comes to trucks, having developed a range of popular crossovers but missing the market with their own Ridgeline pickup. The two companies already working on autonomy and fuel cells seem to be well down the road to develop the next generation technologies, and this new agreement gives them the direction to deploy them. Focusing the size of GM and the entrepreneurial spirit of Honda on self-driving and hydrogen-powered technologies could position each company for the wave of vehicles to come a decade or so from now. In addition to the BE3-based Acura and Honda models coming in just a couple years, more shared vehicles are obviously in the future. With GM's excess capacity and Honda's need to quickly shift away from its car-heavy lineup and add more truck-like models, this announcement can be the basis of answering the issues both companies have had trouble settling. For more details on AutoForecast Solutions market analysis and forecasts, sign up for any level of our products. Clients receive various regular reports, including the industry standard AutoForecast Monthly. Check out our website, give us a call, drop us an email, follow us on Twitter, LinkedIn, and Facebook, and of course, subscribe to our YouTube channel for more information. Until next time, I'm Sam Fiorani.